Welcome to a very special edition of The Art of Hitting Your Opponent with a Plan, hosted by Jimmy Flame Daddy. Tonight I was at the 3-2-1 Battle Palace, and I got to interview a couple of stars in the Northwest you're going to be hearing about. Eddie Van Glam, Justex Citing, and Seds all got different perceptions on this wrestling business, baby. Before we get to them, just remember, you can catch us on the iHeartRadio, Stitcher app, iTunes, all over the place on Spreaker Daddy, and always at JimmyFlameWrestling.com. Don't forget, you can find me on Facebook too, baby. JimmyFlame77, and also on Twitter at JimmyFlame77. I ain't gonna waste no time, baby, because I got some cool interviews coming up. Justex Citing, Eddie Van Glam, and Seds from 3-2-1 Battle, baby. Here we go. Backstage at 3-2-1 Battle Palace, baby. I'm with one of the hottest commodities in professional wrestling right now, Justex Citing. What's up, baby?
You know, it's me, Justex Citing. What's going on, Jimmy Flame?
Just hanging a bang. I'm glad we could finally make this interview happen. A lot of people don't know I've been chasing you down for a while now.
Man, good things are meant to be waited for.
And that's the best answer I've gotten yet on that one. So anyhow, you came into the Northwest with this. I keep hearing about this rolling style of wrestling that you do, and I've seen you out there in the ring doing this thing. For those that might not know, can you please explain a little bit about this rolling style of wrestling that you do?
Man, it's straight high impact out of nowhere. First you don't see me, and then I pop up right in front of you and nail you. Man, it's just something that's not really seen or have been seen, you know. So, of course, that brings the excitement.
Oh, hell, there you go, man. One of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you, because you are an elusive. You're like an in and out type of person, just like you are in the ring.
Man, high flying in the sky, you look up, I'm already back on the ground. That's how it goes down.
Kablam, baby. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, about your past. I've just seen you in this past year popping up around here. What brought you into this crazy ass wrestling business?
Man, it's entertainment. I started off as a dancer, so recognizing and breaking down styles and movements has always been, first hand, second to none with me. So, kind of translated it to this sports combat, and kept it pushing from there. It's been working out for me, you see.
Yeah, it has been working out for you for damn sure. I've seen you over there at SCW here at 3-2-1 Battle. Where else can the wrestling fans out there catch you?
Man, I got a busy year going on so far, but of course, like you said, I got CPW, I got 3-2-1 Battle, got SCW.
You going down to Cali with us?
Oh, matter of fact, I was just about to get to that.
Hey, you know what? Great minds think alike. Yeah, we taking a little Cali trip soon. Let's talk about how pumped are you for that? Because I'm jacked, baby. I'm jacked.
Oh man, it's the feeling's insane, man. I'm going to be excited from now until I get it over with, and probably even past then.
So now it's your time to be excited instead of bringing the excitement, right?
Exactly, man. Well, I'm excited either way because for one, the fans get to see me, and I get to see the fans in Fist Combat. Hey, I heard they got great fans down there, man.
Oh yeah, they do. That's happening late April down there in Santa Cruz and Watsonville, California. That's Santa Cruz, California. Y'all can look that stuff up on the internet. Now, aside all that, how can people reach out to you? How can they, see your schedule? Where can they find you online? How can they get to know Justex Citing more?
Man, I am everywhere, and it's not hard to find me if you're looking at the stars. That is. You can find me on.
I love your answer, man.
Find me on Instagram at Justex Citing Wrestling, on Twitter at Justex_Citing, and on Facebook at Spencer Justex Citing Abram.
I heard that, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go from the man himself, Justex Citing. Hey, thanks a lot for coming on the show, Daddy.
Thank you very much, Jimmy Flame. I see you. You are the icon of the Northwest.
Yes. Flip me over, baby.
You know what I mean? So I had to show love and appear on the best show. Only deal with the best.
I definitely appreciate that. I'm sure the millions of fans out there do too, Daddy.
We good. Thank you.
I'm in the back parking lot of the 3-2-1 Battle Palace with none other than 3-2-1 Battle superstar, Seds. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Thanks for taking the time to do this quick interview. Now, the wrestling world wants to know a little bit more about you. They want to know about Seds, what you're doing, man. What got you involved in professional wrestling?
Well, let's see. First, I spent a little bit of time in the Insane Asylum, Western State Mental Hospital, because that's where I have to leave every time I come here.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time I have to kind of sneak out the back door, catch a bus, run down here. But what really got me into wrestling was, you know what? I'm a tough motherfucker. And everybody I know, everybody that stepped in the ring with me has always been on the receiving end of some serious pain. I lose, but I don't go down easy.
That's right. This is not a business for the weak at heart. You know, only the strongest survive, they say. So, run us through your career real quick. What was, some of your first memorable matches? Where'd you train? The standard sort of stuff.
I started my career back, good God, 2000, around the millennia.
So you've been around for a long time.
I've been around a long time.
I know this, but the radio world might not. 2000, damn, that's 17 years ago.
Yeah, about 17 years ago, I started in this little gym in Renton, Washington for a company called EPWA. I was trained under a guy named Awesome Adam, who God knows where he went. I haven't seen him in years.
Right.
And you know what? He taught me everything he knew, and this is why I carry the stick that I do today. Every time I walk in the ring, it's an honor to him. From there, I moved down. I actually went down to Mexico for 6 months. I trained under Atlantis. Trained with his family. Ran all over Mexico doing a bunch of stuff for there.
So, brother, you spent some time wrestling down there in Mexico. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? I know you got some freaking stories.
Oh, I got a good one for you. So, when I was down in Mexico, I didn't know any Spanish. They would tell me stuff to say. So I would go out to the ring and I'd run out to the crowd and I'd go, "Los gatos in the pantalones." I had no idea that meant I have cats in my pants.
Right.
And they loved to screw with me down there. And one of my best ones is I lived with their family. When I was training, I would live with them, I would help with the kitchen, I would do chores, and then I would go wrestle. They sent me to the corner market, and they would call the guys down at the corner market and tell them what I was ordering, but they would tell me some fucked up shit. They would tell me like, "Hey, I have a pumpkin on my head and I can't find my shoes." And I'd say that in Spanish. They'd laugh their ass off. They'd hand me garlic and tomatoes and everything else. I thought I was doing it right. So I started picking this up, and so I started using these phrases just walking around. And man, people would look at me the weirdest way. I'd look at them, they're like, finally one guy just stopped me. He goes, "You know what you said?" "No," you said, you lost your shoes. Please help me find them." And I'm looking at them like, whatever. They're standing behind me laughing their asses off, but this is part of the deal. But man, those guys are like family to me now, and I wouldn't trade them for the world. It was a good joke.
That's awesome. Any plans to bust out the hospital and go down to Mexico again?
Yeah, actually I might. They've invited me down a couple of times.
That's freaking awesome, man.
They want me to do a couple of pay-per-views for Central Mexico Lucha Libre, but I'm not even sure what they're doing exactly with it.
Right.
So yeah, that's was my time in Mexico.
What draws you to doing hardcore matches?
That's just what the fun part is.
Right.
I could
Best answer ever.
I could find weapons in anything. You give me anything from a trash can to a stick to a chair to somebody's purse sitting on the ground. It doesn't matter. If I can find it and I can grab it, I can hit somebody with it and make a point.
So I'm assuming your future plans include more beating people with whatever you can find.
Oh yeah, beating people with everything I can find. I'm always here every 2 weeks at 3-2-1 Battle. Started wrestling for a company over in Bremerton called SCW, and I'm going to start working with CPW as well. Hopefully we'll move on to Defy and start doing some other local groups around the area. Any
plans to move on outside the state of Washington at all?
Maybe. We'll see. It's hard to get away from the mental hospital.
True. The mental hospitals, I guess, is not one of the places you can just leave.
Man, I've had to duck those guys so many times.
Tell us a little bit about that. What's it like? Most of us, when we get done wrestling, or even the fans, when they get done watching the wrestling, they enjoy going out for the night afterwards, or even going home to the comfort of their beds to watch Netflix or whatever the hell they do. What's it like? Tell us a little bit about what it's like going to the mental hospital after.
Man, I gotta get out of here. You slip back in the back door, pay off the guard, and make sure that he knows that I'm not there that night for bed check.
I heard that. So how long have you had to do that for? Is this sort of like
at least 10 years.
Damn. They
don't want me out.
Much respect, that's for sure. Much respect. Well, I'm glad you haven't done anything bad to me yet.
Oh, you're my favorite.
Hey.
Jimmy Flame is my favorite wrestler of all time. I still have the VHS tape of him in ECW.
A lot of people don't know that about. I forget about that all the time. It's hilarious.
I know. It's one of my favorite things ever. I love watching your wrestling.
All right, man. Well, thanks for your time, brother.
No worries. Anytime. Anything from the Jimmy Flame.
All right, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, backstage right now at the 321 Battle Palace, baby, with one of the most colorful characters in the Northwest, Mr. Eddie Van Glam. What's up, baby?
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Better that you're here. Now, Eddie Van Glam, I got to tell you right now, you're one of my favorite wrestlers around here because you just look good out there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're one of mine. That's not...
You don't say that to nobody, baby.
No, you must be special.
Hey, man. Hey, that's why they call me the Big Daddy, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I call myself the Big Daddy, but that's neither here nor there. Tell us a little bit about Eddie Van Glam. What you doing out there these days?
Oh, sir, what am I doing out there? I bring a little sparkle, I bring a little air guitar, and I'm a big fan of some butt stuff. What the hell does that mean? You have to find out.
I was going to say, you probably got to buy a ticket to see that.
Yeah, yes you do. Yes you do, and you don't regret it.
That's right, baby. So 321 Battle, you wrestle out here in Washington State over to FCW. Where else can people catch you at these days?
Oh, let's see here. Right now, CPW, I'm doing that Combat Pro Wrestling. I was doing SCW for a bit. You can catch me here at 321 Battle. I might be breaking borders and jumping to Portland in the near future when that will happen. Baby. You'll have to hit up my Facebook or my Twitter and check that out. But things are brewing. I recently just did Defy in January. Hopefully they'll have me back. Hi guys, how you doing?
Right. I was gonna say so Defy. Let's talk about that real quick. So Defy came onto the scene. They're dumping money on some talent. I mean, they're making some big time wrestling happen out here.
Absolutely, it's the first legal wrestling show to hit the Seattle since I want to say WWE comes to town. There's nobody else out there. So
right.
It's they got the licenses and the insurance and the guardrails and yay!
Yeah, for the record, ladies and gentlemen, Washington State requires a licensing process for promoters and wrestlers. We're going to have an episode on that, talking to Mr. Jake Stratton about how some laws are changing the game around here, and we're going to talk about that on a later episode. But back to Defy. So Defy kind of came in and filled this void that was happening in the Seattle wrestling scene. Do you see the future of that company as something that's going to be incredibly helpful, or do you see it just kind of withering away?
Defy is something I found to be really special because it wasn't just big names. Like they have Jeff Cobb,
right.
They had Shane Strickland, they brought in Cody Rhodes, they had Matt Cross. I hope you're doing better, buddy, by the way. And they got some great talent, and it's not just them. They also brought in guys from Buddy Wayne Academy.
Right, they brought in
guys from DOA. They got guys from 321.
You faced my tag team partner, Mr. Fitness, up there.
Mr. Fitness, he's actually my best friend.
Yeah.
So
how fitting was that though to have you guys square off in that building where the two of you pretty much got your start in the wrestling?
We started training in the basement of Washington Hall, and 10 years later, here we are, in this amazing legal wrestling show.
Right, one of the highest grossing wrestling shows in a long time.
With some of the biggest names in independent wrestling right now. We're on the same card, and we got to have a nice 5-10 minute match out there. It was so cool.
That's awesome, man. How poetic is that? You know what I'm saying? So how can people reach out to Eddie Van Glam and find out what you up to, find out more about Eddie Van Glam?
Let's see here. You can find me on Twitter at Eddie Van Glam. You can find me at Instagram at Eddie Van Glam. You can find me on the Facebooks at Edward Van Glam. Yeah, the Facebook, they called me. They thought my real name wasn't Eddie Van Glam, so they forced me to change it. So I told them my real name was Edward Van Glam, and they bought it.
There you go. Hustling, daddy.
So yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Edward Van Glam. So yeah, I'm pretty much on all social media. I probably even have a Tumblr. I just don't even realize it, and I never use it. But
I heard that.
I have a live journal too, but not at Eddie Van Glam. Maybe I do. I don't know. MySpace.
Google that. Google him, baby. Eddie Van Glam.
Google my name, Eddie Van Glam. You will find me. No worries.
And I got to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. He's a man to see in person. Look, he's all sparkly right now. Got sparkles all over him. I want to thank you very much for coming on the show, baby.
Thank you very much for having me, sir.
All right, brother. Good luck.
Take care.
That does it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. The art of hitting your planet. Yeah, I'm so excited I can't even talk, baby. The art of hitting your opponent with a planet. Hosted by Jimmy Flame. You can always catch us on iHeartRadio, Stitcher app, and iTunes. Don't forget to hit me on Facebook at Jimmy Flame 77. Twitter at Jimmy Flame 77 too, daddy. Till next time.